Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow of Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
All right, we burning this thing Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm knocking it out early. Shout out to everybody that support the channel, man. Shout out to everybody that woke up this morning. All right, we talked about it last night a little bit. Now Devin Haney kind of returns fire. So outside of Jenny Jacobs getting knocked out, losing, getting knocked off. People said it was a robbery. Close fights ain't robberies. Lou DiBella said that Haney, Kambosos is moving on from Haney. If you didn't know, Lou DiBella is Kambosos' promoter, and he says he's moving on from Devin Haney fight. Now, in this article, he says that he reveals that he sent the offer, Eddie counter offered, and the offer was disgusting. So he says that so he read what Eddie Hearn said, right? He did an interview, I believe it was IFL TV, where he kind of talked about the whole situation and where he basically said that, they sent the offer, they don't know what they're waiting for. He did admit that that the DAZN might like the Teofimo Lopez fight a lot better than the Devin Haney fight. And if you just read the articles, man, you can see, you can see, man, who telling the truth or who lying sometimes. Now, you also can watch the interview and tell and look at the body language. That also tends to help too when you start looking at body language and but Eddie Hearn, he talks so much that for the most part it turns into a lie. Because even if the information changed and you said this one, that's what happened when you talk as much as he do, man. You're gonna get caught up in lies. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. So you really gotta watch what you say, and kind of watch your words and always protect yourself. Well, this is what's going on right now, and just a rumor, this, that, and the third. Eddie Hearn just be talking. Eddie Hearn just be talking, bro. So and that ain't really never a good thing, bro. Because eventually you're gonna get caught up in a lie. Even if it wasn't a lie. This was actually what's going on, but this is what actually happened. So it is what it is. Then we're gonna get to exactly what Lou said. I kind of go a little bit what Eddie said. Then we talk about what Haney returned fire. I guess we'd go in that order. So Lou says that he said, I made an offer first to the DAZN because Eddie Hearn has nothing to do with my fighter, despite the fact that since before the fight with Teofimo, he was trying to confuse people and act like he did. DiBella told Boxing.com. Well, that was the Lee Shelby fight. Yep. I think that was on Eddie Hearn's platform. That was on his own too or something like that. But I made an offer to him over a month ago within an hour of one another. He said, I made an offer to him over a month ago. Within an hour of one another, I made the offer to both the DAZN and Eddie Hearn. The DAZN told me Eddie would counter the offer. Eddie countered the offer on January 28th with something that was beyond insulting. But I'm not going to talk about the details of our discussion because I don't believe in negotiating in the press. And I'm not going to engage in the back and forth with someone who is just a bold-faced lying. So, all right. I don't know what the offer was to Dev. Devin making a certain amount of money. So, like I said, sometimes you gotta either today in boxing, unless you Canelo, some of the big money makers, Fury, AJ, Tyson, whoever. You either gonna choose between the money or the hardware. Now you might get a belt, But I'm talking about, undisputed, the respective look, being the champion, not a title or belt holder. A lot of times you got to choose. He said, quote, Lou DiBella said, I made a fair offer to Eddie, and it was countered with something ridiculous, DiBella said. We moving on, okay? And by the way, there's a lot of concern in Australia, even though Bill and Devin keep saying they'll do whatever it takes. They made it very clear they're not yet vaccinated. I thought Devin got his first shot. I thought I heard that, allegedly. I'm not sure. There's about to be a law into effect potentially in Australia where you must be boosted, not only fully vaccinated, but booster to go to an event. So, I mean, the reality is I made an offer weeks ago and weeks ago. I made an offer weeks and weeks ago. It was kind of something that was not only unfair response, it was preposterous. But my thing is, how much you think Kambosos worth, bro? And how much you gonna get elsewhere? And then on top of that, they couldn't make the fight in July anywhere, June anywhere, April anywhere. They were trying. He got to get the shot. Okay. Let's say he got the shot in the first week of January and get the next shot 3 weeks, depending on what you get. Get the second shot second shot first week of February. Then you gotta wait February, March, April, May, June, July to get the booster shot. Then you can fight after you get the booster shot. At the end of the day, Kambosos not worth all that trouble. Also, with Devin Haney traveling over to Australia, he gonna want to be compensated. Not only traveling to Australia, he can't punch. He can't knock you out. So you can't knock somebody out. You shouldn't even be going on the road, to be honest. You have to go out there and be perfect in somebody's backyard. Look at Danny Jacobs. Some people felt Danny Jacobs lost, but you got to understand, he was fighting in John Ryder's backyard. He already down 2 points. That's why he thus lost by 2 points. This is why you got to go over there and knock guys out. So if you ain't going to go to somebody's country and plan on knocking them out, you going to get hoes. Tommy, you got hoes. You going to get in trouble, bro. He said Eddie is going around saying he never received an offer from us when people who he does business with DAZN, who are the benefactors, 100% know that he's not telling the truth. If I didn't see this article in writing, I would have kept my mouth shut. But he's lying all over the place. I had enough of it. I'm tired of all the happy BS. And you can quote that. I'm tired of all the happy. So obviously, what Lou DiBella saying is they really don't want the fight. Obviously, his original offer wasn't good enough for them. You understand, man. Devin making a lot of money at the zone for the fights that he wants. So when he get in a fight like that, he got to travel to Australia. He gonna want to be compensated. Then we gonna get back to that one. We're gonna get back to that one. So let's see if we can find it. See if you can find this article. This one. He said the zone very happy with Kambosos on Haney, says Eddie Hearn. This is before, I think that's the interview that sparked it. He says, well, I just want to read a particular part. We can read it. He says, I love George Kambosos. I don't want to pick holes in what he's saying, but someone is not telling Kambosos' truth. Hearn told IFL reacting to Kambosos' comments on social media about the zone not liking the Devin Haney fight. He said the zone is very, very happy with Kambosos against Haney. Continue Hearn, quote, they're also very happy for Kambosos against Ryan Garcia. He's a big draw. We've already spoken to the zone. There's a deal in place to try to make Kambosos Haney. We have a deal suggesting in writing to Lou DiBella and George Kambosos team. We not receive anything in writing. No, he said he's not receiving anything in writing. Devin Haney is ready to go, and I hope George sees this. I love George. I love Jim. I love the team. Devin Haney is already to get on the plane and make the undisputed fight. There are no money issues. There are no vaccine issues. There's nothing. Haney will take the fight. Don't worry about people that might take the fight in August or September or might not be fighting by then. Hearn, he talking about taking a shot at Ryan Garcia. He says, don't worry about people that might take the fight in August, September, or might not even be fighting by then. So he says that make an undisputed fight. Said the agitated looking Hearn. Well, I always said this. Someone is telling Kambosos things that aren't right. It baffles us because Bill messages me and goes, what is he on about? We're speaking to the zone. The money is there. It's not an issue. So let's make the fight. So, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, he said, quote, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I understand Ryan is a big draw maybe the zone prefers that fight. There you go, right there. They know maybe, bro. You work with the zone closer than any other promoter, right here. See, I understand Ryan is Garcia is a big draw, and maybe the zone prefers that fight. Maybe they do prefer that fight. So at the end of the day, that's they backdooring y'all. De La Hoya working with Lou DiBella to backdoor y'all, bro. And trust me, the zone has already made an offer for Haney fight and the structure to make the fight work, and Devin is ready to get on the plane. So you want to be undisputed, take the fight. Hearn said, well, he's already undisputed. And according to the fans in the WBC eyes, he's already undisputed. So you going around saying that he's not undisputed, they already said he undisputed. So who are you? They already said it. Even though he's not undisputed, you look at BoxRec, but the WBC told him he is. So that's their sticking point. That's their sticking point, that he ain't undisputed. That's what they going on. So, hopefully George sees. So, that's pretty much what he said. He probably is lying through his teeth. Probably is. But they treating this like, man, this the Super Bowl. And they really run his little brother looks just like, kind of like, hold on. So Haney says Kambosos Jr. ducking him. Stacy's promoter never sent an offer. So he says everyone supposedly duck feather fisted Devin Haney, whatever the hell that is. He said everyone that doesn't lose. He said because the best are fighting the best, Kambosos, Lopez, Loma, why not accept Lou's offer then? Then we got to fight, or you rather counter offer, low ball, than lie. Then make it out like we don't want to splatter your face across the ring. Come back to me when you're serious, man. He said your promoter never sent the offer to my promoter, was the only one. I don't know, man. Devin Haney chose to go with the money, and like I said before, it don't matter who don't want to fight, who want to fight. You can't. If the WBC wanted to make it right, you want to keep paying sanction fees to WBC, make them mandate the fight. Why hasn't the WBC mandated the fight if he's not undisputed? Simple as that. Why not? Why not? Why not have your promoter? I mean, why not? Why not? Have the people you pay mandate the fight. This dude pay the WB sanctioning fees, but keep letting them, do y'all the way y'all do them. But you know what? That's the only leverage they got. Is that belt. That's the only leverage they got. So once you turn on WBC, you make them a foe. Now you gotta, now you gotta get in somebody else's good graces for the next belt. But this fight ain't that important to be going through all this. Kambosos don't want to fight, bro. Move on. Or tell the WBC, sue them, get all your sanctioning fees back, tax free. They pay the taxes on them and move on and go represent the IBF, WBO, WBA at 140. Simple as that, bro. He get to talking about Teofimo Lopez. He doing the same thing. Them belts ain't shit but a curse. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. So, we can sit here and act like you do, but you don't want them belts and curse, bro. I mean, but if you want to move up to 140, I feel you then. You want to put that on your resume, but just because Just because that just seemed like the simple thing to do. I don't blame him. It's a great opportunity to be somebody who can't mess with you. But then again, you go over there, get robbed, take short money. So he want to get accommodated. It ain't his fault that his price is it ain't his fault that Eddie Hearn paying him all that money. I ain't mad at him. It ain't his fault, bro. Lou ain't got no money to pay him, bro. They said the Australian government is backing it up. Man, let Kambosos go over there and lose, bro. They always do that to black fighters, who got Devin Haney style, because when you can't hit to get, they can say Haney feather fits, but don't nobody want to get in the ring with him because he hit and don't get hit, and you're gonna have to work for a victory. Simple as that. Anytime you hit and don't get hit, they's doing the same thing to Mayweather. Then when Mayweather, paved the way and started talking junk and found the formula on how, he found the formula on how to break the ice, start talking junk and being the heel, then people wanted to fight him. And then if he didn't give you a chance, he was ducking this, that, and the third. So it's just the curse of the black fighter. But I have no idea who telling the truth and who not telling the truth. Are we being subjective about what an offer is? As an offer has to be in writing and not in email. Did I see a contract? Did I agree to the numbers? What is the kind? But other than that, it's a wrap. It's just gonna be another way to build the fight, and they gonna fight. Kambosos go to Haney fight and prove that he is a liar. Said he didn't want no tune-up, but he gonna wait for Ryan Garcia. The rumor is Ryan gonna fight Emmanuel Tago, who's a Lou DiBella fighter. Kambosos might have a tune-up, then they come back later this year and fight. Or Kambosos can wait for him. And also, is Ryan Garcia vaccinated and eligible for the booster as well too? So all things that probably already been talked about and discussed. So be it. If Ryan get the fight, so be it. I know it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. You get all the belts, and Loma got to come see you, or you get all the belts, call yourself undisputed, and your mind punch your ticket to the Hall of Fame. But sometimes, man, the Most High God, send you a sign, bro. And sometimes that sign is that maybe you don't want to go over there if all this happening. See how they did Novak Djokovic, and maybe you don't want to go over there. Maybe you should move on with your career and try to do some other things. But this could be something to build up the fight. But I said before, if you fight Ryan Garcia, then so be it. Bob gonna get Lomachenko position to get a belt, and Kambosos gonna drop that belt and defend the belts he want to defend. That's just the way it's gonna be. So, you chasing somebody who letting the belts get to their head, and like I said before, he letting all this get to his head. He getting big hit like Teofimo Lopez. I favor Ryan, Lomachenko, and Devin over him. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. Go live or drop a video. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in description. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media subscription. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button, all that stuff there. Find me on Spotify, Goodfella TV Podcast, Anchor, Goodfella TV Podcast. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.